With regard to the travel challenges, I spoke yesterday at some length with Transportation Secretary Shawn Duffy, my former colleague and good friend, and he lamented the serious situation that we have with air travel in the U.S. He's bent over backwards, as all members of the administration and the cabinet have done in all of their areas of jurisdiction, to try to keep the government working for the people and to mitigate the pain and the harm. But the problem we have with air travel is that our air traffic controllers are overworked and unpaid, and many of them have called in sick. It's a very stressful job, and even more stressful exponentially when they're having trouble providing for their families. And so air travel has been grinding to a halt in many places. And as of Sunday, nearly half of all domestic flights and U.S. flights were either canceled or delayed. And it's a very serious situation. So I'm saying that by way of reminder. I'm stating the obvious to all my colleagues, Republicans and Democrats in the House. You need to begin right now returning to the Hill. We have to do this as quickly as possible. Now, we look forward to the government reopening this week so Congress can get back to our regular legislative session. We have a lot of business to do, as you all know, and we will be working in earnest. There'll be long days and long nights here for the foreseeable future to make up for all this lost time that was imposed upon us. I want to close with something that's important. I think it's important to say that this is genuine. I mean this sincerely. We applaud the 7 Senate Democrats and 1 independent senator who did the right thing. They decided to put principle over their personal politics. And my urgent plea of all my colleagues in the House, and that means every Democrat in the House, is to think carefully, pray, and finally do the right thing and help us to bring an end to the pain of the American people. This has gone on too long. Too many people have suffered, and it's long overdue. That's the update I wanted to give you this morning. There are probably lots of questions, but I'm going to get a lot of my own questions answered later today, so stay tuned for more. Thanks so much.
America's air travel system is facing one of its most serious crises in years, as thousands of flights are delayed or canceled nationwide. A leading member of Congress has sounded the alarm, warning that the situation has gone far beyond simple scheduling issues or bad weather. The problem, he explained, lies deep within the system, with exhausted and unpaid air traffic controllers struggling to keep the nation's skies running safely. The lawmaker revealed that he recently spoke with Transportation Secretary Shawn Duffy, describing him as both a friend and a dedicated public servant. According to their conversation, Duffy and his team have been working tirelessly to minimize disruptions, but the strain on the aviation system has reached a breaking point. Air traffic controllers, who are essential to the safety and coordination of every flight in the country, are reportedly overworked, underpaid, and increasingly calling in sick as they face financial pressure and burnout. As a result, air travel across the United States has slowed dramatically. By Sunday, nearly half of all domestic and U.S.-bound flights had been delayed or canceled, leaving travelers stranded and airports overwhelmed. The lawmaker described the problem as very serious, warning that the aviation industry and the broader economy cannot withstand such prolonged instability. In his remarks, he urged members of Congress from both parties to return to Washington immediately. The government, he said, must reopen as soon as possible so that lawmakers can resume legislative work and take steps to stabilize the nation's transportation network. He emphasized that Congress has fallen behind on its responsibilities during the shutdown and must now make up for lost time with long days and long nights ahead. The Speaker also took a moment to praise 7 Senate Democrats and 1 independent senator for what he called an act of courage, putting principle over politics, to help bring the government closer to reopening. He said their willingness to break ranks shows that bipartisanship is still possible in Washington, even amid sharp political divides. His message to fellow lawmakers in the House, particularly Democrats, was clear: think carefully, pray, and act in the best interests of the American people. He closed by acknowledging that many Americans are suffering because of the ongoing government shutdown and the cascading effects it has on industries like aviation. What began as a political standoff has now become a crisis affecting millions of travelers, families, and workers nationwide. This has gone on too long, he said, stressing that it is time for leaders to do the right thing and end the pain caused by inaction. For now, the future of American air travel, and the broader effort to reopen the government, depends on whether lawmakers can find common ground. The skies, like the halls of Congress, remain turbulent,